So there's 2 days because there's so many freaking candidates that they have to separate them into 2 days. So on day one, you have kind of like your starter Democrats leading the day, Elizabeth Warren. Then they go to Beto O'Rourke, Cory Booker, Amy Klobuchar, John Delaney, Tulsi Gabbard, Julian Castro, Tom Ryan, Bill de Blasio, and Jay Inslee. That's just the first day, people. That's not the whole race.
Oh, so they're breaking it down by like a select group by the day, and it's 2 days. Oh. So
yeah, you need like a Woodstock bracelet to go to this thing.
Yes. This is bigger than Fire Festival.
Yes, Democrats Rock 2019.
Yeah. There's actually going to be more hot chicks at this than there were at Fire Festival.
I highly doubt that.
I probably, yeah. So what's day two?
Okay, day two is the headliners of the rock show.
Nice.
We've got Joe Biden squaring off against Bernie Sanders.
Oh, shit.
Then we have Kamala Harris, the new number 3, right?
Firecracker.
Yeah, and then Pete Buttigieg.
Yes.
And
it's
then,
going to get gay.
You notice how I pronounced that, right?
You
and
did.
then Kristen Gillibrand.
All right.
Michael Bennett.
Nobody knows.
Yeah. Maureen Williamson.
Yes, the yoga lady.
Yeah, I barely know her. Eric Swalwell.
Oh, he's gold.
Andrew Yang, who wants to give everyone a paycheck, and John Hickenlooper.
So really quick. So what I'd like you to do is you have that list right there. Let's just go down this list really, really quick and yay or nay, and we'll give our opinions because obviously Pat's.
Okay, I have the list. Let me shout them out.
Yes.
So I'm going to shout them out. You give your opinion and I'll respond.
Go ahead.
Okay, number 1, Elizabeth Warren.
All right. So this is what I think about Elizabeth Warren, and let me make it known. My top 4, I think, when you sort all these candidates out, and I guess Bill de Blasio didn't even make it into the debates.
No, he did. He's not. He's at the bottom of day 1.
Oh, okay, there he is. I'm sorry. Here's my top 4 for this, and this is why I'm saying this about Elizabeth Warren. I fully believe I would have anybody debate me on this point is your top 4 is going to be Joe Biden, Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, Pete Buttigieg. That's your 4. Everybody else will drop out. Nobody else has a shot. I personally think about Elizabeth Warren. Here's my opinion. She's your best female candidate. She's your most likable to win female candidate. I don't think she's being looked at as much as a vice president like Kamala Harris is, so I don't know about her fallback, but she is your best woman candidate. She's a policy wonk, and her strong suit is that I firmly believe that she believes in really doing good. I don't see her as a slick politician like a lot of these, like Beto O'Rourke. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
okay, I disagree that is our top 4. It's close to our top 4, but I disagree a little bit on
What's
that.
your top 4?
Because I might have to get a Kamala in there. She just passed Buttigieg.
That's
and
right.
so she's a possible.
So you have Kamala.
Yeah.
Well, no, I went on record. What's your top 4?
Okay, my top 4 is this. You have Bernie.
Bernie.
You have Joe at the top. Those 2 are
Biden.
definite.
Uh-huh.
Then you have to get Elizabeth Warren in there. And then I think that my difference with you is that Buttigieg and Kamala Harris.
That's the fight out.
They're interchangeable.
Now,
right now.
I would agree with that. I think that those are...
If they teamed up, they could maybe rock the top.
Those are your 5. Now...
Okay, now Elizabeth Warren.
Tell me about your...
Yeah, let me respond to it.
Why do you love her so much? By the way, didn't you used to write her love letters when you were like 12 years old?
No, I didn't write her love letters, but I do have a poster of her in my office. No,
nice.
I'm just kidding. But
in a bikini.
I do like Elizabeth
Very
Warren.
rare.
Here's the thing, though. She is a policy wonk. She is super smart. She is super experienced. She would be a great president. For that reason, she'll never win.
All right.
That's just the reality.
Fair enough.
It's just the reality. Pocahontas is going to keep this woman out of the White House. It's the most well-placed insult of all time, and then she responded to it. And in politics, if you're responding, you're losing. If you're explaining, you're losing. And she did a lot of explaining and a lot of responding, and she hasn't really overcome that. I don't think she's going to.
Why play, if you want to play the identity card, which is what she did, it wasn't good enough just being a lady. So why do you think, personally, why did she play her Native American card so much? If it never did anything for her, why is it going to do it now? Why would you embarrass yourself?
Well, at first, I got to be honest. When I first heard about this, I kind of kept my head in the sand because I love Elizabeth Warren and I didn't want to admit that she had been doing this, really.
Right.
But then as it came out, she's been doing this since college. So you have to acknowledge that this is a thing that's been going on. She's been claiming she's part Indian her whole life. So either she believes that or she believes it and there was some benefit to it, or who knows when she found out the truth. But regardless, it's something that just won't go away.
And it has nothing to do with the fact that she actually went through a period of time where she was addicted to Crazy Horse. Has nothing to do with that. All right, so Beto O'Rourke, you go first. What do you think of Beto?
Beto O'Rourke, it's very simple. Beto has plateaued.
Yes, right? He has no shot. Buttigieg jumped him. He jumped the shark.
There's nothing there. He's a great guy. He seems like a nice person.
Right.
But he looks like he should be running for the presidency of his frat, not the country.
Yeah. I think he means well, but he's kind of foolish. I also don't believe that you deserve to win. If you couldn't beat Ted Cruz in Texas, you're not ready for prime time, right? I mean, isn't that how we kind of look at it? We do that in sports. You don't get to play in the Super Bowl if you can't win in the fucking playoffs. Hello? Bing
Yeah,
bong.
exactly. And he had a lot of press behind him, folks. He had more press than money could buy.
He also embarrassed himself. He tried to go a little too like with Warren with the let me crack a brew or whatever she did. Let me crack a 40. Beto, when he did the dentist chair, and then just recently he did the haircut. He has like the bowl cut with the bangs. It's so embarrassing. He's trying to identify so much with millennials. I'll come out on a skateboard. I mean, listen, Trump does some dumb shit. Wouldn't you love to see him come out on a skateboard, though? I would pay $1,000 to watch Donald Trump come out on a skateboard.
To see Donald Trump on a skateboard would be quite a sight. I think the chances of that are
awesome.
Yeah, you'd be on Mars before we saw Donald Trump out there. Donald Trump, if anything, is tactful. He doesn't really get himself into too many weird situations, though he does jump into interviews that are a little bit odd that we'll get into later with the 2020 interview.
I think
the thing with Beto, though, that I want to mention quickly, though, is there might be a future for Beto, but I think he represents the upper middle class, and there is no upper middle class left to support him.
Right.
So there's not a lot of Betos out there. So, that's why Trump won. There's a lot of Trump-type people out there.
He's soft. Cory Booker, also another softie, a real softie.
I don't feel like he's running for real.
No, I think this guy's there to pocket the money and just increase his. He's a popular politician. Like he's here for the name recognition.
Exactly, and he's a senator, right? So what is he? He's got a 6-year term. He's like loving life.
He's doing good, and I think he's dating Rosario Dawson because now I didn't create this rumor, but if you Google it, there's a lot of rumors about Cory Booker.
Might be gay.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Lindsey Graham?
Kind of like...
Well, statistically speaking, there are gay people in Congress.
Absolutely. Lindsey Graham is as sweet as maple syrup and sugar.
Well, if you remember, Trump called him a queen one day, and
yes,
Lindsey Graham never spoke up again. So.
No, yeah, that'll do it. Now, Amy Klobuchar, I think we can... There's not much to say here. She has no shot. I think there's a rumor that she ate tuna fish with a comb on the fly. There's a real weird rumor about her. And her name alone, would you agree? Like, that eliminates you. Nobody can say that, spell it.
I mean, the name is okay. Her look is all right. She looks like everybody's English teacher in 8th grade. And she throws shoes at people, which is close to my own heart as a mean boss. So I really do. I feel for her there.
Right.
But I don't think she has a real chance at it either.
No, not at all. John Delaney, no shot. What's this Tulsi?
A guy like John Delaney should have a better shot, by the way. But for some reason, he doesn't have the national spotlight that he needs to run a race.
Not amongst this group. Too many people to shine through. Now, here's the conspiracy theory. What is the deal with Tulsi Gabbard? Why are they screwing her? The media doesn't cover her. She seems like she's all about peace. She doesn't want wars. It's a lady. She's a pretty lady, so she's very marketable, and she's not even white, I don't think. So you've got the identity card, you got all this stuff. Why is nobody talking about her? Why don't they care about her?
Man, I don't know that she is. There's a lot of people lost in the sauce, and she just happens to be one of the ones that are most lost in the sauce. Yeah. Our media, and I think this could go into a million other subjects that we could dive into, but our media has kind of been divested into, and they don't have the money to dive into 20 candidates, and they have connections to like 3, and they've got to be on the air every day, and they just don't dig that deep.
Right. So
whoever's phone number they've got in the phone, that's who gets on air that day.
I think she has a future, but it's clearly not happening here, and yeah, there's something to the effect that she's not really well liked. Julian Castro, I guess it's the only Latin... Am I correct? This is the only Latin candidate? Am I not mistaken?
Well, if Latin people could stick together, they could win a lot of elections.
Yes.
But they don't.
That's true.
Kind of the reality of that one. Now, I like him. He's a good... Young people should like him because he's a good, young, smart candidate. The question for him, I think, is an experience question, and it's just really, has he ever... even run a campaign like this? I don't think he has. I think he's another person that's in the race to get a little credibility for something down the road.
Yeah, I agree.
Which is like 80%